much you could leg press. If you increase your strength by 10%, but then every time you actually do a barbell squat, tip forward a little bit at the bottom, you're going to see like 1% of that strength, not 10%. So most people have a lot of strength that they are already just not tapping into in their squat, of course. And if you can comfortably pause at the bottom of your squat, front delt or tricep strength from one person to the next, different builds. Some people retract their shoulders straight back, some people retract and pull down or depress. Other people kind of shrug a little bit more. And so there's a lot of ways that you can bench. But I think the common thing that I see, and this is probably from where you can push that weight out. So that was that's something I will also emphasize with the bench. Like if you struggle with the lockout, I think a lot of times it's not a limitation of just pure training. The thing that I think about as far as the bracing is taking my breath, really just flexing the abs. For me, it's the lower abs more. Just from personal experience, I tend to overarch the lower abs. But I think the key is repetition. If you do the reps, normally when you do reps, if you execute the form you should be able to be able to kind of pull back and do workouts with like a top set of deadlifts and then sort of like a volume block of deadlifts behind that. I found that to be extremely important. Explosive. But I use them on both, and very effective for building form and also very effective for building strength, and you're able to repeat the motion like over and over and over again.
Does your squat have to change?
Well, I'm not looking at a certain meet, but I'm taking the animal cage this weekend, so I'm gonna do some reps with the station bar squat, which is it's kind of like right up my alley. It's just kind of like how I like to train all the times.
Doesn't part of this make you think that maybe you need to take a couple of months and just not train at all?
Well, I've done that.
I know, but many times you find these fucked up correlations. Maybe it's a correlation, maybe it's causation.
Well, now you have an edge because you say, well, if I get better at this, there's a chance now that I'll get better than them. So for me, I always did a lot of stiff leg deficit deadlifts. And people don't want to do those because they suck. And I did a lot of front squatting, and people don't want to do those because they work. And if I got better at them, I'm getting better on my main lifts. And if you're not, like if you say it's cheating, you just squat the weight up. Well, can you squat the weight up? If you can't, then maybe you need to work on that. For sumo, it was the most helpful exercise of all the things I did because they taught me how to quickly and aggressively load my hips.